Reaching 100% Chameleon in Oblivion Remastered is game-breakingly fun. So here's a step-by-step guide on how to do it for yourself, but first let me explain why it's so good. Because compared to using spells or potions to become invisible, which will only get cancelled once you attack or do any kind of action like steal something, Chameleon works differently. The higher the percentage of Chameleon you have, the closer enemies are going to need to be to detect you. Visually, it will also make you appear more and more invisible. But once you reach 100% Chameleon, you're able to move completely freely throughout the game, stealing, sneak attacking, doing anything you want without being seen or confronted. You are now invisible to all NPCs within the entire game and all creatures as well. No one even knows you exist unless you actually go up and talk to them or engage in dialogue. Now obviously it's very, very silly having nobody able to interact with you. The guards can't even arrest you. So you may want to stop at like 70% Chameleon to still have some level of difficulty. But I do recommend trying this out at least once because it's just so funny. And the good thing is that there are several easily obtained items in the game that can get you to 100% Chameleon. So let's go over each one of them and how to get them for yourself. I can't believe I've been using today's sponsor since 2016. G2A.com is the gate to adventure when it comes to getting the latest digital entertainment for discounted prices. They also offer global console games for Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation, as well as Steam PC games, like Elden Ring or Expedition 33. Whether it's a bestseller or something you didn't pick up when it launched, you're going to find it here. And since everything comes with instant delivery, you can buy it and enjoy it straight away in the comfort of your own home. And if you sign up to their newsletter while you're there, you can get a 10% discount code on your next purchase. Use the link below to check out the latest deals on G2A.com right now for yourself. Starting out with the Ring of Khajiit, which gives you plus 35% Chameleon, which makes you harder to detect at range, and it boosts your speed by 10 points as well, so you can move even faster while remaining undetected. To get this Daedric artifact for yourself though, you'll first need to get an offering of a undead creature, like ectoplasm from ghosts or bone meal from skeletons, which can be found in Underpow Cave, just northwest from the Imperial City, or southwest from Bruma, just here on the map. Each of the skeletons at this location will drop bone meal once defeated. Alternatively, if you can't be bothered, just go to the Imperial City Market District and then go to one of the alchemy stores like the main ingredient, where you can just buy some bone meal for 9 gold each. Once you have your offering, you can go straight to Meridia's Shrine, which is located west from the Imperial City, just to the west of Skingrad. And once you arrive here, if you speak to the Shrine Keeper, they'll explain that you need to get some ingredients from the undead, which we already have, so now we can make an offering to Meridia's Shrine. But we will need to be level 10 to actually start this quest. And for some reason, Meridia also has a Scottish accent.
I wish these creatures destroyed!
So Meridia will give us a quest. She'll send us to the Howling Cave, which is southeast from Skingrad, just over here on the map. And we need to wipe out a bunch of necromancers here. Once you arrive at the graveyard, you're going to see some half dug up coffins. But inside the cave itself, everything seems pretty normal. There's just a few rats to fight. The actual necromancers themselves are hidden right at the back of the cave behind a secret stone passage door. So you might need to use the minimap to figure out exactly where this is. But once you go through there, that's going to take you deeper into the cave, into the necromancer's lair, which is filled with raves, necromancers, and lichens depending on your level. They are pretty weak though and easy to take down. They will have leveled staffs and maces that you can loot too. Especially the coffins have a lot of gold in them, so I recommend not skipping those. Then after you've killed all the necromancers in this cave, you'll get a notification to say you've done so, and now we can go back to Meridia's Shrine, and she's going to give us the Ring of the Khajiit. But this ring only gives us 35% Chameleon, so obviously we need to grab some other items to increase this to 100%. And once you reach level 10, you can become 100% invisible by using sigil stones. So here's a quick guide on how to force the Chameleon sigil stone to spawn. And to do this, you can go to any Oblivion gate, but I'm just going to be using Kvatch as an example here. Because outside Kvatch is where the first Oblivion gate spawns. If you enter the gate of Oblivion and battle through the Deadlands, you can climb the Great Tower until you eventually reach the sigil stone chamber. Now before you pick up the sigil stone, make sure you save the game, because when you pick it up, the game will randomly assign a sigil stone from a leveled list of possible options. And each sigil stone is going to have 2 random enchantments on it. One of the effects can be applied to a weapon, the other effect can be applied to your armor. It's your choice. But we are specifically looking for the Chameleon effect, which can be applied to our armor set. So every time we pick up the sigil stone, if the Chameleon effect doesn't appear, we're going to reload our last save and then do it again and again and again. And this next part is very important because our character is level 11. So that means we're going to get a more powerful version of a sigil stone with a more powerful enchantment. And the Chameleon one gives 20% Chameleon on self. So after we get it, we now need to do this again for a total of 5 Oblivion gates. So we have 5 Chameleon sigil stone effects ready to apply to our armor set. I'm only joking, of course. What we're actually going to do is duplicate it 5 times. To duplicate this, what we're going to do is we're going to go and find any random box. I'm here in the Imperial City Market District right now, which has a bunch of crates just lying around. So if we open this crate, which doesn't count as stealing, we can take everything out of it so it's completely empty. Then we press the F button to search it, and we go and find our latent sigil stone, and we put it inside this crate. We can now use the duplication glitch. So it's only got that item that you want to duplicate inside it. Then we're going to go back to our own inventory, and you can use anything for this, but I'm just going to use lockpicks for this example. I'm going to hover over the lockpicks I have here, and I'm going to press A and RB at the same time. But if you're on PlayStation, it would be X and R1. And if this screen comes up like this, you'll know you've done it right. As you can see, it says, how many would you like to take back? But behind that menu, I'm highlighted over the crate, and I've got the sigil stone highlighted. So if I say I want to take 48 back and say yes, and then hit A again, you can then see I have 48 latent sigil stones now. So now we have 48 latent sigil stones, which we don't need. We only need 5 of them. And we're going to click on them, and it's going to say, what would you like to enchant? And as you can see, I have a full set of unenchanted armor here. And 5 times 20% is going to give us 100%. So if I select the boots, and then we're going to get mithril boots with 20% Chameleon. We just need to go ahead and name it Busted Boots. And then we can enchant it. Now if you put on our full busted armor set, you can see in total we have 100% Chameleon. In fact, if we also use the Ring of Khajiit, it's 135%. Basically rendering us completely invisible. Nobody can detect us anymore. I should mention that the max level sigil stone you can get is actually at level 17 plus. And at that point, you'll find sigil stones with 30% Chameleon, which means it only takes up 4 armor slots to do this. And the last one, you can put something else on it. At 100% Chameleon, if I hit this guy, he doesn't know what to do. He's running away because he's under attack. In fact, we can just go ahead and completely kill one of them like this. However, if I take off the Ring of Khajiit, which is giving me 35% Chameleon, so I'm no longer at 100%, this is what's going to happen. This guard over here immediately runs up to me and will see me because I'm no longer at 100% Chameleon. But then if I say, I'm going to resist arrest. Now, he still knows where I am, even though visually I appear to be invisible. But if I was to then put back on the Ring of Khajiit, you can see I've now completely disappeared. And they're all wandering around. They don't know where I've gone. And again, I can just go ahead and attack them again, and they don't know what's happening. And if you want to boost your damage even further for some reason, check out the alchemy guide and enchanting guide that I'll be making and linking there too.